Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Well, Mark, one thing that we were talking about is how weed affects everybody differently, specifically with those who don't, frequent the enjoyment of a little Mary Jane from time to time. Now, Foo, you used to be on our level way back in the day, and ever since you had a kid. And
ancient times, Foo.
And, yeah, your ball and chain won't allow it these days. And
also, to be fair, there's not enough energy to be spent chasing the kid and... running outside to the corner.
Quite a handful of food.
Smoking a bowl, running back inside.
I'm just saying, dude, if it was me, I'd be high the whole time. I would go to the gym high because I'd be able, I guess see how it impacts people differently. You just get super lazy. I want to do something when I get high.
That's true.
Unless it's the type of, and is indica and sativa even a thing anymore? It's all hybrid now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to distinguish between the two because most places don't even sell, they'll sell one sativa item, but then the majority of them are all hybrids. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, it's hybrid sativa dominant. It's like, man, it's still going to fucking make me lazy. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, the gene pool's just fucking dirty, you're saying?
Well, I mean, there's that documentary, Explain This, where, they say, it's hard to tell exactly what strain is what now because of all the mixed breeding and so what may be Purple Kush today may not have been what was Purple Kush back in the day. So it's different now. Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Mark, because Mark, you were telling us about something about an edible that you enjoyed not too long ago.
Well, it's been a little bit because it was one time in my life I've done edibles.
Okay.
It's not that I've never taken part in, hitting a little bit of weed, but it's not been my thing because this reference point is probably going to go beyond everybody right here. But there was a comic called Beetle Bailey. Okay. He was a military guy. He was a private in the military, and he always was lazy. They called him so lazy. Somebody threw a pillow at him, and it hit him in the back of the head. And he didn't fall asleep. So I'm like the Beetle Bailey of weed because as soon as I take a hit, man, I'm just sleeping. You know what I'm saying? I go to right to bed. But no, I was on the golf course. It was Memorial Weekend. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to be going to a barbecue later at my girlfriend's at her cousin's house and everything. But I'm out golfing. We're drinking. And I had a guest on the radio show on Under the Covers with Mark who brought in some edibles. And I was like, well, shit, I don't do them, but my buddy did. And I said, I'm going to bring them. He goes, bring them. We're going to golf. We're going to eat edibles on the golf course. I go, okay, we'll do it today. Mm-hmm. And I eat a half a Jolly Rancher. Feeling great. Feeling amazing. It was like, yes, I'm in this. And he goes, hey, you got that sucker? And I go, yeah. And so he takes a bite, and he takes half of it. And I'm like, well, shit, if he can have half, I'm taking the other half, right? And so I do. And man, it was the biggest mistake I ever made because it hit me so hard I couldn't even finish the round. Okay, and it's hot, and we're getting ready to leave, and didn't drive that day. He did, and we had this one of his underlings at the CPA firm, and he didn't want him to know that we were doing the edibles, and he's like 6'5", and they put me in the back seat. And my 6'2" or 6'1", 300 plus pound ass in the back seat of this old school coupe Monte Carlo, okay? And it's hot. Man, it's just, I get in the back seat and shit just started closing in on me, right?
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, I'm getting claustrophobic. I can't. I can't. I start to panic in the back seat. Like, oh no! Because I thought the paranoia thing was bullshit. Because I smoked weed before, and I never felt paranoid when I did it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, I call it the wah-wahs. Because the world was going wah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It was pounding, right? It was
those waves.
The waves.
Yeah, it was hitting me, and he didn't want me to say that I was high.
That's a gnarly.
So
feeling,
he tells me,
dude.
"Hey, Mark, let's get something to eat and we'll get some water." I'm like, yeah. So we get out of the car and I go sit on this picnic bench, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden my mouth just it dries out.
Oh no!
The mouth is just dry, and I'm like, and as I'm waiting for them to bring me a hot dog and water. I started feeling like, everybody knows I'm high.
The paranoia.
The paranoia started hitting it pissed me. Oh my God, they know it. I'm looking around, right? And then they bring me the first. He brought me a half liter. It wasn't even a quart.
Damn, they were using the metric system.
Yeah, I know. That's how high I was. I understood it.
Holy shit, dude! That's what's up.
So I slam it. and it is still. My mouth is still dry. It's like sandpaper in the back of my tongue. And I'm like, I gotta get a more, but the problem is, I take the bottle and I try to put it down on top of the table, and I can't let go. They're, what's wrong, Mark? Why don't you just let go of the bottle? I'm like, I can't. All the edges aren't touching. It's gonna fall if I let go. So it's just so bad. And then, like, my buddy gets me home. And I tell him I lost my wallet. Where's my wallet? I lost my wallet. And he goes, no, you have it. You paid for golf and everything. No, I lost my wallet. And so I go inside the apartment and I just pass out. I'm supposed to go to barbecue and there's no way I'm driving.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and my girlfriend's not a fan of weed at all. Just as liberal as she is as a teacher, you would think maybe she would accept some of this. She's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
So I have to tell her. She's calling me. Where are you? I think I got heat stroke.
She has a weed problem.
I think I got a heat stroke from the golf and too much alcohol. I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah.
The truth was, it hit me so hard that the edibles just crushed me. Like, it was just too much that I just didn't have the tolerance for it. So that is my one and only time on edibles. I did take a hit of weed last Sunday during the Super Bowl halftime. You know.
Yeah. You're an American. Why the fuck not?
I gave up drinking like 30 months ago, so I was like, and with that, you'd think I would do a little bit more, but no.
Yeah.
So I've never bought any. I've never bought weed.
Okay.
I've never bought any cocaine.
It's always been just there at parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll say, hey, I'm along for the ride.
He's not square, dude.
You're not uptight. That's how you'd get laid back in the day too. All you got to say is, you're not uptight, are you?
Well, Foos doesn't want to look like an artist.
What are you, a cop?
No.
All right. Line it up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Steph, have you had similar kind of experiences with weed? I mean, you haven't taken a hit in years, right?
No, I take my
annual hit?
my annual like half a hit on New Year's Day, but I don't take any of these edibles or anything like that.
Right.
No, it's not for me.
Did you ever get into like a gnarly experience where you were like feeling those wah-wahs or like you were on a roller coaster? Those are gnarly.
No, I think for me, all that happens is that I fall asleep. That's it.
But how's that different?
Yeah, you can just throw on a movie and you're already tuckered out.
I'm listening to it. That's what's happening.
She wants to visualize it in her own head.
Yeah. They're not the actors that I want to see.
She's like, I'm a
Takes away the pressure of having to respond to the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I just don't smoke regularly like you guys do. So I don't have that experience.
Like they do.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the gnarliest times that I've ever smoked was with the Foo when we went to Cal Poly Pomona and we just graduated.
Oh man!
And mind you,
I remember this.
We
dude.
smoke weed regularly.
We were like, "Hey man, want to go to lunch? Cool. Smoke a couple bowls, eat a sandwich, back to school."
Right, but this particular
staying cool school kids
instance was cool. When we had just finished our last final. Like, we were done. That was it. And then he meets me at the parking lot, and he's just like, my dad just rolled these fat ass
like
fucking
some
joints.
Fucking Victory J's, dude.
Yeah, these were like no joke. Like they were intimidating. They were phallic even.
They were like the fake shit you see in movies.
Was it half Colombian Labrador?
Full, sir. It was full.
Well, does anybody get that reference? By the way,
I do from Up in Smoke.
Up in Smoke. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, did I just? I'm old. Fuck me.
It was these Cheech and Chong ones, man, for sure. And so we go. So we're like, we don't want to hotbox it in the school property. Let's just go around the corner, like on Valley Boulevard, Valley and Temple.
Well, actually, I think we started.
We got paranoid.
Yeah, we got paranoid, and I'm just like
paranoid.
And I'm just like, dude, we are in like a fucking. It's so smoky. There's like a fog machine running, and we're like in a car with no tinted windows. If you walk by, you're gonna be like, I know what these two assholes are up to.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's move. It's less suspicious.
Is there a difference between weed smoke and cigarette smoke?
You don't have a lot of tobacco smokers hotboxing it in the year 2011.
Dude, it was like, I'm telling you, it was like nightclub. Halloween when you're walking through the maze.
Well,
like,
why did you put on the strobe light then?
Yeah, exactly. It was something ridiculous, and then so we went over, and then I think we fell asleep after we got that roller coaster ride, feeling the both of
So
us.
we got to Valley Boulevard.
That was joint number 2.
That was joint 2, and then I think right at the end of it or after, I started getting those like, oh shit, I feel it, dude.
Yeah.
And then we passed out for like 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh, did you guys spoon?
I mean, anything can happen in 2 or 3 hours.
Listen, I'm a little too big to spoon. I ladle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, and that was probably the gnarliest I've ever been high. I remember when I first started smoking, I must have been like 17, 18 years old, and I remember driving home from whatever function I was leaving, and things were in the trees.
So you weren't a rookie at that time then?
Not when I was with. That's why I was so like, dude, I'm already a regular kind of weed smoker, but this in particular, his dad rolled some gnarly.
It was just insane. Dude.
It was, I think, 3 or 4 joints that we ended up enjoying.
Yeah,
I drank with my dad, but I never did weed with my dad. I don't think my dad ever did.
I smoke with my dad all the time.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah, because he's always amazed at how much I can outsmoke him.
Well, you got the lungs of youth, man.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're used to it.
That is true.
The many years of practice.
Boo, I've come quite a long ways, considering the amount of experiences I've had where I've done a little too much. I mean, you guys all know the famous Deadpool incident.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
That was insane.
No, I don't.
You can retell that.
You slept with Ryan Reynolds?
I mean,
No,
I
Ryan
wish it
Reynolds
was
slept
that.
with Josh.
Yes, and it wasn't consensual.
Sorry, so he was the man.
Yeah. I had to just take it.
He was. Well, you can say you were a power bottom.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
What an oxymoron.
It's respectable, dude.
Right? How
Power
does that
bottom,
make
dude. There's
Respectable,
nothing like a
right?
good power bottom.
Yeah, contradictory.
So me and Josh went to see Deadpool in the
Okay.
movie theater.
All right.
Yeah. So before that, we were at a birthday party for my sister. It was like her 21st or some bullshit. So
Some
me and this
bullshit
guy,
like that.
yeah, me and this
Just
guy,
family member. Fuck her.
yeah, my younger sister.
What does she think she's special because it's her birthday?
I got too many brothers and sisters.
Okay.
I don't care.
You're Mexican, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
so,
sense now.
So me and this guy, we show up and
Oh,
we're
it's
like, all right, we
convenient.
got tickets to see Deadpool tonight. And we had just gone on a trip to Anaheim that morning to go get some edibles and some weed and stuff. And this guy buys 1,000 milligram brownie. It was like called Gorilla.
I always wanted to try a brownie.
Dude, be very
I've
careful.
never had.
This-
Yeah.
Let this be your cautionary tale.
So the Jolly Rancher and the Sucker were a pretty good precautionary thing, but I'm
Yeah.
saying I've always wanted to try a weed brownie. I'm just saying.
I've tried like a 100, 150 one, and that shit knocked me on my ass.
Yeah.
So then we take this one that's 10 times stronger than
yeah,
that.
so
Not knowing what the future would be.
we
holding.
barely ate at the family party because we're like, all right, we'll just get food on the way. So we go to Taco Bell. I end up not getting anything, right?
Right. I loaded up my like cargo pants with like.
Yeah, this guy got a bunch of fucking
and
burritos
tacos.
and shit.
What the? I made
Rookie
sure
question.
Yeah.
Rookie question here. So is it if you don't eat? Is it like when you don't eat and drink? Like
Yes.
you know, like you get drunk faster if you don't have any food to kind of absorb some of it.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you're also motivated to get food too when you're
Yes,
really high.
when you're
Okay.
really high. So
So
that's,
rookie question. I'm sorry. I just like
no. It's perfectly fine. I mean, my thing was I didn't want to try to, smuggle that shit into the movie theater.
I didn't
Usually
give
I
a fuck,
want
dude.
I was like, oh no, I'll buy something in the theater. Dude, we get in and like the brownie's already starting to hit. Like we were in the Taco Bell
later.
like drive through and we're like, here, each take half. So we each took half, fucking killed it. And so like, yeah, dude, it's gonna be fucking dope. It's gonna hit us right when the movie starts. So we're going in and I'm starting to feel it in the line. I'm like, oh dude, like it's already starting to come. And this guy's like, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah. So we're just like, on second thought, let's just go to our seats, bro. Let's just go find seats. Like, I don't want to get anything. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. Let's go. Let's just go.
Starting
Let's
to
just go.
hit us here.
Yeah.
Starting to hit us here.
Starting to hit us here. So then we go in, we find our seats, and we're sitting down, and then we're watching like the trailers or whatever.
And it's badass.
Trailer's badass. The feeling's great. You're like, fuck yeah. Dude,
Well, I think at the time there was like a, it was what, 2015, 2016?
Yeah, 2015. So
there's like,
something
Marvel.
coming out.
There's other Marvel movies coming out for the first time. We're like, dude, these look sick.
Oh yeah,
as
that's when
fuck.
we saw the Wonder Woman trailer. All that stuff was coming out. So we're like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be dope. Then the movie starts. And like the first scene, I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like when it's going through
You've
the
seen
whole...
Deadpool, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I love comic books and comic book movies. So
Okay.
yes, of course.
So when he goes down into the car and he starts killing those guys
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like it starts to flip and everything, that's when I first start to like really trip the fuck out. And I'm just like, oh shit, and everything starts to move and I'm just like sitting there feeling like my body just kind of like like in fight or flight mode, and so I'm breathing a little heavily, and then all of a sudden I go,
So
I
I
start to
ask, how
back-
did you handle the baby hands? Hi.
oh no,
Oh, so wait.
that's the other thing,
Because you know the
'cause-
car flipping is like, then he goes back to retell the story, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Well, we make it up to the point where he gets into the chamber and he's like doing that decompression thing to make him all fucked up. Dude, we like had your panic attack like times 10.
yeah, I blacked out.
You thought you were in there with him?
I
Yeah.
blacked out. I legit blacked out. Like I was just
And we were
out.
just like, nope. Everyone knows we're fucking high, dude. They all know.
It's dark and nobody can see you, but everybody knows you're
And this guy, he turns next to me. He's like, "Bro, we gotta fucking."
I was
go.
like, dude, we gotta get the fuck outta here now.
And I'm just like, dude, just chill the fuck out, man. Let's just fucking stay. Let's just chill the fuck out. Let's not make a scene, bro. We're fine. So then,
fire!
dude, I pass out once more time. I wake up, end the movie. I did not.
Yeah,
So
we
you didn't see the baby hand?
I didn't
No,
see
we
any of the
blacked
movie.
out after that like chamber scene.
Yeah.
I just, God damn it! I wanted to know how you felt when you saw those little baby hands.
Dude,
right after
we
his
woke
hand got
up.
cut off.
We woke up and it was the end credits going out, and like we were like, dude, we're still really fucking high. We're like, how are we gonna?
I think
get
at one
home?
point I text Jose like, I need you to come get me, dude. Like, we're gonna get arrested right now. It's just bad.
You guys are freaking the fuck
And then
out.
Jose's like, I'm busy, dude. Go away.
Yeah, I was
Deal
doing
with your
something.
own fucking high, all right?
And then this guy's like, dude, we gotta go now. I'm like, bro, just wait till everyone leaves. Like, let's just be cool, man. We're just be cool. So then finally we leave, and I don't know how we made it home, dude. We were
Before we got up, I had like the pretext of imagining getting up and just stumbling because I was so high, and I was like, I can't walk.
I'm paralyzed.
So we finally make it home, and these guys are in like the living room and kitchen, and I slam open the door as soon as I get there.
Yeah,
And then
dude,
I
it
just
was
pa-
scary.
I
I'm
don't
like,
even-
what is wrong with
I
this
don't
guy?
see them.
He's just
I'm
like,
And then I pass by them, don't say a word to them, go straight into my room, plop myself on my bed.
and then this guy,
And I'm
the
just like-
Fook, waltzes through. I'm like, what's wrong with him? And he's just like, he's just way too high, man.
Dude,
I was
was
like, dude, we just
wasted.
had the worst experience ever.
I didn't wake up until like 5 or 6 the next day at night. Yeah, I woke up. I'm like, whoa, what the
We
fuck?
didn't know it was too much.
Yeah, and at all, we had no idea what 1,000 milligrams really meant.
So, being the elder statesman here, what did you learn from this?
To microdose.
Here's what I learned, because again, I've taken several edibles and brownies. This one didn't even taste good. Like when you were biting into it, you're like, ooh, this tastes
that-
fucking nuts. And I was just like, I don't
And
get it.
there's not even any nuts in here.
It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty. If you're struggling to eat an edible, just
Stop.
quit.
Just stop.
Because I powered through it. Like, it tasted terrible, and I was like, I don't care. I want to get really high.
Yeah.
And
I
Don't do
was
that.
high for days. Like I was really high for until like I think the Wednesday of that week. We saw it on a Saturday, so it lasted all the way until like the Wednesday, Thursday. And I was going into work. I'm just like, dude, I look really high. And I had, I'm like, they were just like, you okay? I'm like, I'm just still really fucking high, and I haven't smoked in the last few days. I'm like, I didn't even have an urge to smoke during that time because I'm like, dude, I'm still feeling
it like scarred us, dude, for like,
for a
off
couple
edible.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
a
couple days.
Yeah. I was like, I don't need
that's
to
what
do
we were.
anything.
It wasn't until my tolerance didn't grow until we went to Colorado, because that was just like the ultimate conditioning trip
Dab it up, boys.
Yeah.
for this guy's bachelor
We
party.
went to Colorado, and it was a nonstop smoke fest for a week.
For a week?
We immediately bought 4 ounces of weed the first day we landed.
Yeah.
I didn't do weed because I was on a road trip with my girl, and I told you how she is.
Yeah, right.
So, but we were on a road, Southwest tour, I guess, and we were in Taos the night before, and we saw a couple bands. Went to the Taos L House, and we saw some acoustic music. And in the morning, we were getting ready to leave, and because I was driving, the show had the Undercovers Market just barely started, so I'm like, I'm gonna find some bands from on the road, and I'll do a phone interview with them or whatever, right? Well, this young kid, he's kind of like doing like a whole folk music, kind of Woody Guthrie type of stuff, and I really talked to him after, enjoyed him. We're getting in the next morning, we're getting ready to leave. We're in the gas station. And he comes up, hey, man, what are you doing in here? I'm like, I'm getting ready to leave. And he looked totally different because he had the whole like white shirt on, button-up shirt with the red kerchief tie thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like old school stuff. And then he was like normal, like surf wear. Turns out he's from Huntington Park, California. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm taking off. I got more of my my tour that I'm driving. How are you doing your tour? I'm just driving myself. I go, really? I go, where are you going? He goes, to Denver. I go, that's our next destination is Denver. He goes, oh, well, you got to come and see me in Denver, right? And I go, okay, where? And he goes, I'm going to be playing at the High Dive. Now, I've come to learn that any bar that has the word high in it is low.
Bar.
Is low.
Yeah.
Because the Highbrow and Upland and Pomona, shitholes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I've had great times in them. But it just...
Yeah.
And so the high Dive, we go there, walk in, it smells like urine. Just boom, just hit just boom, urine, right? You don't see it, but that's the smell. And it's just, so we're passing the night, and I was still drinking at this time, and I'm in Denver, Coors, right? So I'm going to do the Coors trifecta. I know this is off the topic of weed, I'm sorry, but it's tying it into Coors, to being in Denver. And so I'm going to do the banquet, Coors Banquet. I'm going to do Coors Light, and they used to have it out here in California, but it was only like a short run. But they still have it out in Denver. It's called Coors Extra Gold.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm like taking a picture of my bartender with each one, right? And I do the first one, the banquet with the bartender, and then there's a shift change, and the new bartender comes walking by, and I'm like try to flag him down. Like, hey, man. And he goes, and he like puts like a hand up to stop me. I forget where nobody can see me other than you guys. Well, I guess we're being recorded, so I guess we forget about that. Did I have weed before this?
Contact. Yeah.
So, and he goes, and he tells me, like, he puts his hand up, like, stop, and he turns around, and he bends over, and I don't know what he's doing, but he's like, I see this tapping, like, from his arm going up and down. I'm like, what? And he looks at. And he just takes a rail right off his thumb and turns around. Yeah, what can I get you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the
You just clocked in for work.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the And the dude's all tatted up, right? And he's got this like script over his eye.
Yeah.
And he's got a tattoo in script. And he's on the other side of the person. There's a little bit of distance, and I'm too vain to wear my fucking glasses, so I can't read shit. And I'm trying to, but I end up taking a picture with him doing the Coors Light. Because I'm doing the trifecta.
And he became Machine Gun Kelly.
So I, the next morning when I'm flipping through my pictures, I go, oh shit, I can zoom in and see what.
It said.
What it said over his eyebrow. Anybody want to take a guess?
Highbrow.
Eyebrow. Because highbrow. I got it. Anybody else?
Mile High Club.
Oh, Denver.
Hey. I give up.
You're not far off in the sexual reference though.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Please sit here.
Well, and you're getting closer. Because it says rim jobs.
Fuck.
Who fucking? What kind of bet did you lose? Did you have to, in script tattoo rim jobs over your eyebrow?
He's just trying to advertise, man.
I'll show you later. There's no point in pulling it out on the show, but I'll show you that picture of that guy.
Nice.
Damn.
His nostrils all fucking red. When you put in the picture, his nose is all red. Quality human being. Quality. Can't wait to see him again.
Well, God bless him. All right. Well, you guys want to get into geeking out?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Smoke weed every day.